So that's the last video. I don't know how I feel about them, really. I was asked to do them. The first playlist, it actually was quite cathartic. I might redo some of those early unwatchable videos. Like, I think the first family one, there's a bit where I can't even look at it over time, but I'm not going to add to them. I'm not going to use this as a vlog thing. I am going to use Instagram, though, actually, and I might do vlogs on there. I might actually do podcasts as well. I thought podcasts might be something I was going to have a go at. The first shifts that I described, they were done by women like us. They were done by your mothers, your grandmothers. They weren't noted, celebrated for it. Mostly they took shit for it. A lot of women who didn't have the systems that we now have created those systems so that we would be able to emancipate ourselves from abuse and function and provide for ourselves and not be abused by the state. And those shifts were done in 2010, and that's always been reassuring to me. And so I don't know whether it was a coping strategy for the period after, because it very much looked like the attempt was going to be made, and, you know, we've just lived through it, many of us. The attempt was made to remove us from the rule of law. And I kind of knew through that process that that wasn't possible, and that was quite comforting and reassuring, and there are a lot of people who didn't know that. And so, you know, they don't feel as hopeful, although I'm not hopeful. We're in the shit. The politics of blame has just thrown the country into the bin. The second playlist was me demonstrating that in a digital world, you can't disenfranchise someone with a media narrative anymore. At all. The landscape has changed and ended that possibility. I didn't get to do all the things that I did because I'm particularly clever, but because the opportunity was there, because the landscape had changed and a social dimension had been introduced to political communication and had pierced those walls. And I knew after my first reaction from these people that I'd get nothing but abuse from it, and I felt like at least if I could see those doors, I could kick at them to show that they're there. I don't have any power. I don't even know why I inspire such powerful opposition. Like, I had literally 1,400 Twitter followers. I feel a little bit, now that video's done, I actually feel kind of better for having done it. I feel like it's completed something, and I'm going to leave them there. To the people in them who were addressed directly in them, many of you I absolutely love to bits. John and Mike, I will come down for a brew. John, you can buy me lunch at some point soon. Kath and Helen, you really need to learn from the last 8 years, because you've left your papers without function and purpose, and you've left the Labour Party without function and purpose, and you're all just flapping about on Twitter while we watch you kind of die. And just, the problem is that you're creating a blockage, and because you won't allow democracy to function, you're putting us at risk of fascism, and this country is very unstable. The rule of law has been unstable. We've been undermined, our institutions are hollowed out, we've untethered from our international relations, the world's about to look away from us, and the policy reflex still in play is lashing out at women like me. So I hope that what these videos are not is me putting them on record before things get really nasty, because I don't see much potential for change around those people. But what I did want to make clear and publish at this point is that there was a path to change, there was a path to stability, and actually all these people ever had to do was reflect, and we could have done that. And that it was their refusal to reflect that threw the country over a cliff, and it's their refusal to reflect even on changes that had already occurred that led them to behave that way to me. I'm sorry this is not the cheeriest YouTube channel. Maybe I should have been like Wendy and done it in a onesie or something. Jeffree Star makeup tutorials about social policy. I don't know. Anyway, thank you for your time if you've watched them. That's it. Bye.